Hey, good morning. I've arrived. Good morning, Minister JW. I've arrived at the gym. I had about 5 minutes. And I just wanted to talk about, before I went inside, about getting stuck. I was listening to a broadcast this morning, and I don't know where everybody is, but I'll be brief. They can watch it on the replay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lori. Auntie Lori. TT. I prefer TT Lori. I'm everybody's aunt. I have a word for everybody. Anybody. Everybody. What? You got a question? I got an answer. Everybody else has an answer. Why can't I have one? So here's my thing. Good morning. Here's my thing. I wanted to talk about, Fawaz. I don't know if you're a friend or foe, honey. You don't have any followers. You don't have a picture. You may start some shenanigans. Are you new to Periscope? But anyway, here's my deal. I'm going to be brief because I got to go in here and work out. But my thing this morning is I was listening to someone's broadcast, and the broadcaster was a little perturbed about doing great. The broadcaster was a little perturbed about some moves that she had made in her life that weren't being well received, I guess, by people she thought may have... who should have been, good morning, Real Norman G, by people I guess she thought should have been more congratulatory or supportive. And it reminded me of how you can't get attached to people, and that you can get stuck. Right, you can. I learned that as soon as I joined church, I remember specifically the Lord telling me, don't get stuck on people. People are in your life for seasons. They're in your life for different reasons. They're going to do the best that they can with what they got, but your relationship with them shouldn't be dependent upon how how much they're able to give back to you. You can't get stuck on that. You can't get stuck on what you think. Shalom. Hello there. Welcome. You can't get stuck on what it is you think they should be doing. You have to stay, you have to glean from the relationship whatever it is that you're supposed to get out of it, and then not be bitter when they can't go with you to the next level. Or don't get stuck in a place that keeps you from growing. So in all areas of our lives, we can get stuck. We can get stuck on our jobs. We can get stuck in relationships. We can get stuck in our health. We can get stuck. Oh, somebody plays a guitar. Awesome. We can get stuck in our neighborhood. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to continue to grow and continue to learn and continue to evolve and continue to reach higher heights. So if you start looking at where you are and thinking things are supposed to always be that way and get bitter about it, you can just be stuck in that space, and you can start to be resentful of the people around you when you're the one that needs to be moving. Maybe you're the leader. Maybe you're the one that needs to show other people how they can move out of their situation and move to the next level. You can't get angry. Yep, you can't get angry with people or think they're throwing shade on. People can only do what they can do with what they got. And a lot of people just don't have a lot. They just don't have it, and if you're the person in the group that is the one, you're constantly growing, you're reading all the time, you're sanctifying yourself, you're constantly moving away from, wow, girl, what kind of name is that? Lord. Baby girl. Wow. You may be the leader of the group in whatever group you're going to. And so you don't want to get, hey, Ref Rob, you don't want to get, bitter because people can't go with you, everywhere. You can't go with some people. You want to keep your head, you want to keep your mind focused on what it is you're supposed to be doing in your season and keep moving. So that's my thing for the day, Ozan. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in anything. Keep moving. Life is constantly moving. You can't be looking back at people and saying, oh, they didn't call me and say, congratulations, I got this promotion. And hey, Ms. Minnie V, and they didn't call me and say, I'm so happy for you. Your move may be causing them to reevaluate their own life. They may not be able to be happy for you because they're so sad about their own situation. They may need time to process, what's going on with you, before they may need to process what's going on with themselves before they can say anything about your situation. So I'm just, for me, it's like, don't get stuck in one place. Don't get stuck looking at people. Don't get stuck looking at things. Keep moving. Count these things as they are. Look at the source and just keep moving ahead. Because if you get stuck, if you get mentally stuck on what you think should be going on, that's going to impede your growth. That's going to impede your progress. You got to always shake that stuff off and keep moving. You got to keep moving. You got to keep doing what you know to do. Good morning, Harold. You got to keep doing what you know you should be doing and not look back. You look back for your lessons. You look back for wisdom, or knowledge, for wisdom that you can use today. So that's my thing. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck thinking people are supposed to, act a certain way when you're being elevated. Because you're working on some stuff. You're working on yourself. How can people good morning, Oscar. How can people get angry with you when you're actively working? Or how can they, be jealous of you? But that's what people do. And so we can't get stuck on that. We can't, spend hours thinking about, it was my friend. Good morning. That's my friend. We've been friends since elementary school. And I really thought she would call me when I got this promotion, but she didn't. She didn't call me. We was like that. You don't get stuck on people. You love people. Love to have them around. But you don't get stuck on them because we're fickle. Aren't we fickle? Who's fickle? We're fickle. Good morning, Ray. So you don't want to get stuck on that. You don't want to get stuck anywhere. You want to keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. People are not going to celebrate you like that. We are fickle. They're not going to celebrate you like that. Not everybody. Find the people who will and hang around them. And pray for the people that, aren't able to right now for whatever reason. Hi, Tori Edwards. That doesn't necessarily have to be our problem. I'll never forget. And I walked in, I was feeling so bad because, I had just, hello from the Ukraine, welcome. I had just, joined a church and stuff and was discovering my gifts and the Lord told, don't get stuck on those people. Hey, JWMMR, don't get stuck on those people. I don't know. Not sure. Keep moving. Do your thing. Do what I have given you to do. And don't worry about what Honey, that's the only Oscar. I could run around the car. That's the hey, Dead Louise. That's the only person you're supposed to get stuck on. Jesus, get stuck on him. Everything else will fall into place. Well, you should probably hop off this scope and head on over to the Detroit Chamber of Commerce website and see if they can help you with that. You should be able to find that on the internet, Detroit Chamber of Commerce. I don't live in Detroit, so I can't help you with that. Yeah. Okay, you look personal, so I don't know if you should be here because you're not kind of in sync with us. So should you be here? Well, you got a lot of people. Oh, okay. We're going to just to be on the safe side, hon, we're going to just block you because when you come in, there's a flow. You know, we're in a flow. And it's sort of like, if you come into the room, it's like you're barging into the room and you're taking over the conversation, and before you even know what's going on, you start talking. And when you start talking, before you can see what the flow of the conversation is, you've just disrupted everything. So why you don't need to be here. So you can't get stuck on people. Even though I'd like to have you here, you're not ready to be here. So you cannot get stuck on people because they're going to let you down. Yeah, every time. Hello, Taylor Hen, they're going to let you down. So you love people. You love people, but you do not get bye-bye. Adios, Felicia. Hey, Boss Lady T. So I'm just saying, you know, you can't, I'd like to have them here, but hello, Siberia, Russia. And then you want to see, every time my scopes are small. So when people come into the room, I kind of know who's, you know, I don't have like thousands of people in my scopes yet. That's yet to come. But so when you come in, I kind of know if you've been in here before, if I've seen you before, and you come in here asking a bunch of crazy questions, you gotta go. Cause it's some crazy people out here. Anybody notice? Don't get stuck on these people. Keep your eyes on Christ. Keep your eyes on. There are some crazy people. That's okay, precious. You don't have a picture yet. That's okay, honey. We're not worried about your bad English. We're worried about some other stuff. Good morning, husband. Do I need to block you today? Calvin Madison is in the scope. Para-stalking me. Hey, Lady Shay. So you don't get stuck on folk. Even though I'd like to have you in the room, even though I'd like to have you in my circle, you got to really keep it moving. I told somebody one day that you have to be really ruthless with who's going to be in your life. And you have to be really ruthless about living your life the way God intends for you to live your life. Because there are so many people. You about to get blocked, Mr. Madison. There are so many people who will cross your path, and you got to really do a quick evaluation of them, and you got to kind of give everybody the side eye, you know, before you you know, because you don't want to get bogged down into somebody else's drama, somebody else's, you know how you want to live your life, right? If you don't, you should have a strategy for how you want to live your life, where you want to go, the things that you want to do, what kind of people you want around you, where you want to live, what kind of career you want to have, how you want to develop your goals, develop your gifts, and how all that's going to work together. And so you have to be really ruthless about who's in your life. you know, who you're going to allow to share space. And then when people, you know, it's not like you're throwing away people, because you're not, but people come for a season and you can't get stuck on that. It's just like, I've never had like a best friend, you know. I mean, I've had some people, but I've never had the desire to have that kind of relationship, one-on-one relationship, that exclusive relationship. And with girls, it's really bad, because they kind of get locked in, you know, locked into this thing. But I've always been the type of person that I want to meet as many people as I can. I want to talk to as many people as I can. I want to share with as many people as I can, because you bring something to the table. So if I'm always locked in to one, if I'm always locked into one person, and this person gets upset because I'm talking to this person, that's been my experience. They get upset because I'm talking to this person, or they get upset because I'm going here with this person. I can't use that. I can't get stuck there with you. I like a wide circle of people, because people are rich and diverse. They have a lot to bring to the table. You know, there's wisdom, there's knowledge. So I've never been the type of person to have, you're right, I've never been the type of person to have, like, you know, that one-on-one relationship with any one particular friend. I got like a lot of friends, you know, and some of them we talk, you know, once a week, some once a month, you know, some from college, some from high school, some from elementary school, some from work. You got to cut away that dead wood to keep the tree healthy so that it will grow. And you got to, man, Oscar, you on point today. You're on point today. You do. You want those, you know, those fresh blossoms, those leaves. You want to fertilize the tree. Make sure it has enough water. You want to give it life, because, you know, all those leaves, to me, all those buds represent something. You know, we could do a whole talk on that. You know, from the young shoot to the mature leaf, to the different branches, to the height of the tree, to the roots. That's like a lesson. We could write a book on that right there. So I'm going to leave you guys with, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. You know, don't call me and tell me, well, you what are you doing with, listen. If I can't, because if you can't make, you gotta, I encourage people all the time, make some friends. Figure out what it is about you that is a friend blocker. Yeah, because you should be able to relate to different people, not just one person. And I find that people who are really, not necessarily introverts, but people who have like trust issues, and you know, they don't really like to share. They're not good at opening up their hearts, and they don't. Good morning. Yeah, that was a bad signal this morning. It was really bad. They have the hardest time connecting and relating to people. And so when when we become friends, or we develop a relationship, well, you know, now they want to pour everything out, because, you know, they trust me, and they want to, you know, they like the interaction between us. But you don't have to just interact with me. You have it to interact with a lot. Don't get stuck here with me. You can forge relationships with other people. You just have to trust and keep yourself focused. You don't focus on the person. You don't focus on, you know, the specific connection that you're making with that person, and your life depends on it. Well, you focus on Christ, you know, and then when you focus on Him, you're able to you know, to reach out and connect with all the branches on your tree can just grow. You got all these branches and all these leaves, all these pretty flowers, and the roots are nice and strong. Man, you don't. Because people change. Some people go through seasons too. So you don't have to be stuck with one person unless you're married. You know, that's a different kind of thing. I'm surprised that I've been married to Calvin for almost 16 years. I never thought I could do that. But the relationship is really rich, and that's different. You know, it has a lot of facets to it, you know, but that's my husband. You know, my friends, you know, we connect when we can, because people change. And I remember when I was in college, or I had just gotten out of college, and I had 3 or 4 really close friends, and then I had a lot of other like, you know, friends. But the 3 that I was really close to, when we got out of college, they started their lives. You know, we all did, but they started their married lives. So they weren't, hello, Chanel Sassy. They weren't not able to hang out with me like that anymore. They were now married women. I was still single. And I remember, like, oh, my girls, you know, one of my, you know, I'd call them, try to get, but they were having babies, and they were in a different season. I just remember I was sitting at home. I had bought a house, and I was sitting in my sunroom, and I just remember I was like, you know, I need to broaden my horizons. No shade on them. They're living their lives. They're doing something different. You know, I need to do something different. The trunk is Jesus. Family and myself are branches. Everything else leaves, temporary. Oscar, no, you didn't go there. My goodness, that was rich. Did everybody catch that? And so you can't get stuck in that place, because you have other things that you need to be doing that are very crucial and valuable to your life. The leaves are temporary. People come and go. Yeah, people come. But even when they show themselves to you, you know, but that's the thing I'm talking about. You don't want to get stuck on that, because people can only do what they can do with what they have. And some people just don't have a lot. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? The leaves are temporary. Leaves grow. They live for a while. They like little buzz. Then they grow out and they live for a while. And then they fall away. Then you get some new leaves. But the main trunk, you know, the trunk and the branches, those are the things that support the tree. You know, those are the things that help the tree stay healthy, so that it can continue to produce the, oh, that was so good. That'll preach right there. Yeah, that's a saying that goes around. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. But people change. You take it and, you know, you process it. But still, in love, you know, you have hope that people can change. People are going to hurt you. They're going to hurt you. They can only work with what they have. And that's the truth. I know I hurt people. I know I do. I don't mean to, but I know every now and then I may say something stupid, or I may do something, or I may be jealous. I mean, I'm not immune to that stuff. I'm not immune to that stuff, but listen, here's the thing for that. God, you know, God knows exactly who I am. I show God. He knows who I am. And he loved me anyway. He saves me anyway. He favors me anyway. And we can do the same thing for the people in our lives. We just don't have to get stuck. Yep. And we can keep it moving. And I can't tell you the number of people who have showed me who they were, and I got down on my knees and prayed for them and kept loving my heart for them and kept it moving. I can't get stuck there. I can't get stuck there. Hello, Lisa Markey. So, you know, that tree analogy is really good. And you keep that in mind, you know, as you move through life. Because people are going to come and they're going to go. And you don't want to get stuck in any one situation. So I'm going to head on out of here and get my workout in. I'm at the gym. Shalom, shalom. And we're going to, hello, Julie. We're going to sing our good morning song to get our day going. And then we're going to hop out of here and we're going to work on what? Not getting stuck. Are you wrong about you're supposed to pay attention to who people are, but you're supposed to at the same time forgive. You're supposed to at the same time forgive and not hold any bitterness in your heart. People are going to show you who they are all the time. That doesn't mean you don't love them. You may need to, give them the stiff arm for a minute or for a lifetime. You may need to give them the stiff arm. But that doesn't mean that, you're supposed to get stuck in whatever it is that they showed you. You don't have to get stuck there. You can still love them. You can still be happy for them. You can still be supportive of them. But when people do show you what they have, you are supposed to assess it. It just depends on how you process it. I can't say if you're wrong or not, because I don't know, what they've shown you, what they've revealed to you. Yep, that's right. You can't get stuck there. See, and that's a good example of how you have to really hold on to your life, hold on to what it is that you're supposed to be getting out of life. That wasn't what you were supposed to be getting out of life. And that person would, wow. Mad at you for what? Because you don't want to be a drunk? Huh? Mad at you for what? Because you don't want to be an alcoholic? Mad at you for what? Because you don't want to be bitter? Mad at you for what? No, you're not. No, because, listen, what are you supposed to do with that? 43 years of friendship. And she's looking for you. Hey, NBA, she's looking for you to be her savior. You can't be her savior. You want to know? Listen, my friend drank herself to death. My friend drank herself to death, Sherry Joe. 30-some years of friendship. Do you think she let me help her? Do you think she confided in me? She hid it from me. Wouldn't tell me. I knew something was wrong. She kept denying it. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. She kept denying it. But watch the replay, Sherry Joe. And she drank herself to death. Here's the thing. Here's why you can't get stuck. Because what Oscar said about the tree, the branches, and the leaves. She's a leaf. Your friend is a leaf. And you are not going to get dragged down into the pit because she refuses. Yeah, well, people have to receive. They have to receive. They have to be willing. Because here's the thing, Sherry Joe. Your friend is drinking heavily. Number one. Oh yeah, God makes a difference. Your friend is drinking heavily. That's number one. Your friend is drinking heavily and wants you to drink heavily. That's number two. Your friend is drinking heavily, wants you to drink heavily, and doesn't want to stop. See, your friend, here's how you have to think about it. Your friend don't care about you. Your friend cares about herself or himself. And they don't care about your family. They don't care that you might have a job. They don't care that drinking makes you sick. They don't care if you become an alcoholic. This is why you can't get stuck with people. Your season with her may be up, and this is not your fault. This is not your fault, because people make a choice, and that's what people don't like to deal with, their choices. And that's why you cannot get stuck with any one body. I felt that she loved me. She absolutely. She wouldn't ask you to do that. She knows it makes you sick. She knows you have a family, but yet she's enticing you to do something that could be very detrimental to your health and to your life. That's not your friend. That's why you can't get stuck. She's got a demon on her. She's got a demon in her. She's going to die if she doesn't. And that's not, you pray for her. You're not her savior. You pray for her. Drink your water, baby. You pray for her. When she calls you, what can you do? This is not your responsibility. At 43 years of friendship, and she can't process it enough to know that you love her and wouldn't want her to be in this situation, she's not trying to hear it. And that's why you have to be really ruthless, because not only has the enemy dragged her down, but now he's working on you. Okay? That's why you have to pay attention. That's why you can't get stuck. And that's why you have to really, honey, you listen. I'm not going there with you. I'm not. And it's a fight. It's a struggle, because people will use that manipulative behavior to drag you down. She's manipulating you and telling you 43 years of friendship, you should be here with me. No, baby, you should be here with me. Prune that tree. Prune that branch. And don't look back. This is not your fault. Give it over to God and move on. Girl, listen, I will drink something every now and then. If you don't, do you drink, Sherry Joe? Let me just ask you, do you drink? Because if you don't drink, don't start. But because that's what she needs to see. People need to see you stand on what you, I'm not sniffing coke because you sniff. I'm not shooting up because you shooting up. I don't have to drink because you're drinking. I don't have to eat that and you're eating that. I don't have to do those things. You have to fight for your life. Don't get stuck in somebody else's madness. You got to fight. I'm serious. You got to be ruthless about your health. If you start drinking with her and you start, no, that's not what being a friend is about. She is working on your mind. The enemy is working on her, and he's trying to use her to get to you. No. And you have to be really bold about that. No. I don't have to. And you have to tell her, I'm not drinking. And when she comes, this is your fault. No, baby, this is your fault. Because you should go get some help. You should go see a counselor. You should get off of that. You should be able to look and see how this is messing up your life, how it's messing up our friendship. This is something that you can stop right now today. You can figure out why you're drinking, what's making you drink, what is upsetting you that you're drinking like this, and you can quit and get your life together. That's what being a friend is all about. That's what loving somebody is all about. People don't want to hear that. They want to manipulate you. They want to cry and whine, and they want to drag you. No, I'm not going with you. I'm not going. You got to go there by yourself. And you're going to find when you start living your life. Good morning, Rico. And when you find that when you start living your life in victory like that, people going to fall away. Them leaves, that's why they're so temporary. Oh, glory. That's why they're so temporary. Because those people fall away. They fall away. Okay? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you and you and you. Woo! Good morning to you. Don't be dragged down. Good morning to you. Good morning. 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 Get your life, baby. Good morning to you. Woo! Good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you and you and you. Live in victory. Good morning to you. Woo! Good morning to you. Good morning. Woo! I talked so much I couldn't sing this morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're praying for you, Sherry Joe. Get your life, baby. Don't let nobody steal your life. All right. See y'all later. Take